Well, welcome to Cranky Motorsports, the boarding home of tractors that people out of state want but can't necessarily pick up. This guy over here belongs to Jeffrey Katera from Katera's Customs. This one has a long backstory. So this tractor originally, my buddy Hugh, who lives down in Connecticut, his YouTube channel is Pacific Drumma 95 and Hugh Jeffries Drums. And this tractor he bought off eBay, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I'm not sure. But he bought it off eBay from somebody that was local to him for a pretty good price. And I think the story on this one was that the engine was locked up on it when Hugh got it. I think this is the one that had the locked up engine. And him and one of his buddies, they took some time, took the head off, poured some concoction of like diesel oil, brake fluid, and starting fluid or something all in the head, and lit the thing on fire, got the rings loosened up, got it running really good. He had it for a couple of years, took it to the Zagre Farm Show a couple of times, and then he sold it to a kid named Joe, who I've done, some deals trading back and forth with a couple of times. And then Joe traded it to a kid named Ben McElwain, and he's had it for a couple of years. And Ben wanted to sell it. Had been sitting around for a while, has a 3-point hitch on the back, and it's pretty much complete. I think I've dubbed it like Trusty the Snaggletooth Hydrotrack because front grill's busted and it's missing the, the screens on both sides. Kind of looks like a Snaggletooth kid, but Jeffrey's going to take care of it. He's got another grill unless I decide that I have to have it, because I was actually after this tractor a long time ago when Hugh was selling it the first time. I just didn't have the money for it. So it's actually a really nice tractor. I think the motor's original. I believe this is a 69 Hydrotrack 12. So it would actually fit very nicely in my collection with my all original 69 in my original 69 Suburban 12. But Jeffrey bought it. I'm storing it for now. It's in really nice shape. The paint on it is pretty exceptional. I mean, original gas tank, original, pretty much everything on this, if I recall, it's all original. Obviously it has a stack on it. That's not original, but the paint on this thing is in pretty good shape. Still has the shift plate decal. I apologize, it's a little dark. It's like 7 o'clock. Trying to take a video because I haven't done one in a couple of weeks, but I mean, it's got all the original aluminum inserts on the steering wheel, still has the cigarette lighter, the ammeter, and I'm not sure if this is the original seat off it or not, but Ben had the seat kicking around, so he threw it in for a couple bucks more for Jeffrey. But I believe before Hugh had this, it was a one-owner machine that was stored in the garage for many, many, many years. He got it for a pretty good deal, and it's been back and forth, sold around the community a couple of times, and now, at least for now, it's sitting in my garage. So I'm boarding this one. I shouldn't say boarding, I'm just holding on to it until either I decide to buy it or Jeffrey can get up here and pick it up. But it's a really, really nice machine. Currently it doesn't run. Ben, who dropped it off at my house, said he thinks it just needs a battery and a carb clean to run. I'll get to it soon. Hopefully. I really do want to try this thing out and drive it around. Of course, then I'll probably fall in love with it and have to have it and have to trade Jeff for something else that I don't want to get rid of. But so between that one and Matt, our Fearless Leaders tractor, which is here, the 67 Super 12, which you guys have seen a couple of videos on, my epic road trip video and the video where I spent about 4.5, 5 hours getting this thing up and running. This one runs phenomenally well. I mean, just unbelievable how well this tractor runs. It doesn't smoke, doesn't knock, it's nice and quiet. I still have yet to put a pan seat on it for Matt. And this is another one. I mean, Matt lives in Michigan, I'm in Massachusetts, so trying to figure out when he's going to get out here to pick it up. I did offer already if he decides not to buy this. I mean, if he decides that he can't get out here in a reasonable amount of time and he decides that, it's not something he really wants to try to do, I already told him I'd buy this off him because even though it's not original paint, it's nice enough that I would be happy to add it to my collection. So those are the two tractors that I'm hanging on to for somebody else. And again, my problem is I happen to like just about every tractor I buy. So it's just, I guess it's kind of a problem that I have where I kind of want all the tractors, but I can't have them all. I suppose I could if I wanted to, but anyway. So that's the 67 Super 12. Back here again, this is my all original 69 Super 12 that I got off my buddy Bill. Of course, you can't really see it because it's dark in my garage, and I can't turn the, what does that do? I don't think I can turn the light on while I'm already taking a video, but that's my all original 69. Has the nice white leather seat on it, just like Jeffrey's HydroTrack. So if I did get the HydroTrack, that would be a fantastic addition along with this guy. And then, you know, down here, the one that I bought last Father's Day, when I took the epic road trip with my wife and kids down almost to Cape Cod. This one here, this is a one owner, all original 1969 Suburban 12, which runs mint, still has the original vinyl seat cover on it, the black and white one. So again, the HydroTrack, if I did end up getting it, would just totally complete my collection. It would just be phenomenal to have all three of them. But again, doesn't always work out that way. I was a day late and $1 short both times when the HydroTrack came up for sale. So right now it's Jeffrey's, but it's at my house, so it's almost as good as mine, right? Possessions, 9/10 of ownership, right, Jeffrey? I'm just kidding, buddy. You know, it's yours if you ever get up here to pick it up. Otherwise, I haven't done too much stuff with my tractors lately. I'm just trying to put an update video out. This ST12 that I call Mr. Plow, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a 69 nose and hood on it, or a 70, whatever it is. I think it's a 70. It's up there in the rafters. I think I'm gonna put a 1970 nose and hood on this, just because I feel like it. This tractor runs really, really well. The charging system works, the brakes work, everything on this tractor is great. I just think it'd be cool to have a yellow tractor with the 6970 nose on it, with the chrome inserts on the grill, on the hood and stuff like that. I just think it would be cool. This tractor doesn't really need anything. I was using it the other day. It starts right up. Usually it just putters around. It needs a battery actually, because the battery in it doesn't hold a charge too well. It's about 6 years old, so it definitely needs to be replaced. But other than that, I mean, it's got these big Carlisle 26 1212s on the back with some big knockoff, I don't even know what brand wheel weights those are on it, but this one I got off my buddy David up in New Hampshire. I traded him for another 67 Super 12 that I had that I'd gotten off my buddy Bill. That one was painted like a teal color. That one ran really, really well. Got it running and traded him for this because I like these geared starter motors a lot on the ST12s. It was like the last couple of years that they put 12-horse motors in the Sears Suburbans. They were really, really good motors. They seem to run even better than the ones that have the starter generators on them. So that machine's in really, really good shape. I put the mower deck on my 76 SS16 the other day, greased it all up, sharpened the blades. This thing was running really good. So that's going to be my mowing machine for the beginning of the season. I usually alternate between this one and the 69 Suburban 12 diesel that I have. But for now, that's going to be my mowing machine to get me started. And realistically, most of the projects in here are almost done. I mean, I have a few odds and ends. The AR-14, the Army tractor, I still have to wire some headlights into that, put a tail light on it. Just a few odds and ends, make a side cover for the clutch and things like that. The Mongrel 3, that one is pretty much done. It still has a leak on one of the wheel seals, I think, but that one I'm kind of treating like once the oil level gets low enough, it won't leak anymore. And I haven't quite gotten there yet, so I might just leave that one alone. I might pull the wheel back off and change the wheel seal again. Not sure. My kids' tractors, I just got to put like a cover in the headlights, which reminds me I got to look for a headlight cover for Jeffrey. He wanted one. Miss Emily, I really want to put a charging system on this, so what I want to do is find a very small alternator, like off of a Honda or something like that. You know, just a 30 amp or even like a 25 amp alternator, and try to rig it up on this thing, because right now this diesel motor doesn't have a charging system on it. This one, the charging system was in the gen head on the motor, on the generator, I should say. Some of them have the alternator and the voltage regulator built into the motor. Some of them have it built into the generator. This one came off a generator, but it was built into the generator. So there's no charging system on that one. Let's see what else. This 69 Suburban 12 just needs a battery, and I need to like change the oil and stuff. I did a belt on it last year, just needs to be quickly gone through. That one, like I said, is all original. This all original, well, not all original, but mostly original 74 SS16 that I bought from Rhode Island for 40 bucks years and years ago. This one doesn't have any brakes, so come springtime I need to pull the rear end out, put a brake band on it, clean up a few things. I might repaint the hood or put a different hood on it to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe I'll paint all the white stuff on that tractor just to make it all match, because the nose cone, that was the original one I did for the D10S, so that one's like cream or off-white. Oh, it's almond. Then a white hood that's all rusty, and the original white dash. So maybe I'll just paint them all white to make that one look a little bit better. The loaders are in pretty good shape. The SS18 loader, I actually want to, at some point, take the loader off of this tractor and put it on a different machine. I was actually thinking about putting it on the ST12 or one of my Suburbans. I'm not sure which one. Originally, I was going to put it on the 70 Suburban 12 diesel that I just sold, but I sold it. So again, for those of you guys that say I tease you and I never sell tractors, that 70 Suburban 12 that I had with the diesel in it, I sold it, and I got a pretty good deal. I mean, a pretty good price for it. So I could always put the loader on this ST12 too. That one, the dash has been like cut and refiberglassed, and the grill and the hood on it are, I mean, they're nice. That one I might put a 70 nose on as well. I don't know why. I think I really only like the Onins with the nose cone style hoods on them for some reason. So, but that one runs and drives pretty good. The charging system works. It doesn't really need much. Just got to put like the side covers on over here and stuff. I apologize again, it's getting dark, so kind of hard to see. This SS16 here, which is a 73, I bought this one off the original owner. This motor, the governor doesn't work in it, so I might take the motor that was originally in this tractor that smoked really bad, pull the side cover off, take the governor pieces out and try to put them in this, or I might just swap another motor into this, because I have another BFMS and I have a B48M 18 horse, although I really want to keep this one pretty much original. This motor runs good. It's just when you put a load on it, the governor doesn't kick in, so the motor RPM drops way down. So that one just needs a little bit of motor work. Otherwise, the brakes work. Everything else on that tractor is good. This loader doesn't really need anything except adjust the carburetor because it hunts at idle. The 679 is pretty much all set, ready to go. I did a rear end swap in it, I think 2 years ago during COVID. So it actually has a custom rear end in it. I did that because I needed the smaller pulley on it, because this diesel that's in this thing has a custom tractor pulley on it, and this tractor was dog slow. This is one of my absolute favorite tractors. It's quiet, it sips fuel, everything about this tractor is awesome. The Roper 16T, that's a 1976. It was the bicentennial model. That one, the motor, I think, has low compression on it, because the fuel pump will not pump fuel regardless of what I do. And you can see right now it has like a Briggs new style pump on it, but that one doesn't pump fuel at all. And I think it's because the compression in the motor's low. So two things, I'm either going to swap the motor out, or I'm going to, and actually that would be a good candidate for that B48M I have. Just drop a black motor in this, because the dash is black, the lower grille on that tractor is black. So if I put a black motor in it, it wouldn't look out of place. So that would be a really easy swap if I decided to do that, which I might. But that motor, really, I got to pull the heads off, do a decarbon job, pull the valve covers off, adjust the valves, you know, do all the normal stuff that I would do. That tractor I bought off a buddy of mine, I don't know, 5 years ago, I think right around the time I bought my house. And honestly, I haven't run it in 3 years, because the carburetor won't get fuel because it won't pump gas. And I've tried 2 different Briggs pumps, and I've rebuilt the pump on the carburetor. So I know it's something wrong with the pulse pressure in the motor. It just doesn't build up enough pulse pressure to pull. fuel out of the tank. So that one I'll probably get to this year. Should be an easy fix. The D10S, I need to rip the rear end out of that because it pops out of second gear. The 69 Suburban 12 diesel over here in the corner, which is really dark now. That one needs wiring, needs headlights and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's pretty much ready to go. I think the charging system stopped working on it because the battery terminals got corroded, so that's an easy fix. The 69 SS12 over here that I already showed you, that one I have to decide if I want to run the motor that's in it, which knocks really bad, or swap it out for another motor I have and put the nice tins on it because I painted all the engine tins on that one. And then this guy here, which you can't really see because it's almost completely dark out, that is a 68 Suburban 12, which has a 67 points motor in it. And I just need to wire it. Everything on that tractor is in pretty good shape. The previous owner had quote unquote restored it, which basically meant brushing orange paint on it, but it's in pretty good shape. So that's kind of an update. This guy here, SS18, or no, that's actually a 16 with a BGMS 18 horse in it. My snow blower rig, that thing worked flawlessly this year. And then my other SS18, which is in the back here. This one I still have to finish. You can't even see it, but that's the one I got that had that loader on it that I still need to finish putting it back together and stuff. And then I got some other tires and stuff I need to mount. I got some V61s I need to put on some wheels. This year I'm going to try to get all my wheel weights mounted on all my tractors and try to just finish the stuff up. So I mean, realistically, the projects I have are pretty small compared to how they've been in the past couple of years. But again, that depends on whether or not I end up making Jeffrey an offer on this tractor or buying Matt's tractor. And you guys know I tease a little bit, but I would buy them if you don't end up coming to get them because they're both really nice machines. So just a little update from Cranky Motorsports here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Have a great day. God bless America. Make sure you get out there and do some tractoring. And oh yeah, I spent the weekend redoing the wheels for my wife's Explorer. They were severely pitted. Lots of corrosion underneath the clear coat and stuff like that. So I wire wheeled the absolute snot out of them, basically took all the loose paint off, sanded them down really well, epoxy primed them, and then did 2 light coats and 1 medium coat of VHT wheel paint. This is graphite, so it's going to make the Ford Explorer look phenomenal. I was going to buy new wheels and tires, but it's about $2,500 for new wheels and tires, and I don't have that kind of money right now, especially because I keep, buying tractors and stuff like that. But it's going to be a good summer this year. Property's looking pretty good. I've been doing some light cleanup work out here. Just got my mower deck ready and stuff like that. And this is the last wheel I was painting. So it's going to be a good summer. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys.